Now, wait till you hear this. These are reasons why people say their college isn't worth it. And I'm just rounding the numbers off, so this doesn't equal exactly 100%, but the pie chart is on this article page. 12% dropped out of college. 13% changed careers that didn't have anything to do with what they went to college for. 28% said they can't find a job in their field of study. And listen to this, 40% said they're not using their degree. 40%. All right, let's go to a different thing here. Average student loan debt in the United States. This was from Value Penguin, which is part of Lending Tree. I'm reading this exactly off their site. The average college debt among student loan borrowers in America is $32,731, and that's according to the Federal Reserve. Now, this is an increase of approximately 20% from 2015 to 16. So these numbers are a little bit old. It's the latest I could find. Most borrowers have between 25 and 50,000 outstanding in student loan debt, but more than 600,000 borrowers in the country are over 200,000 in student debt, and that number may continue to increase. And I've got the link to that article too in the show notes. All right, now this is me talking again. Here's what many people fail to consider: time out of the workforce and living expenses. Now, depending on the major, and then I have a link to a site called Think Impact, the average starting salary is between $50,000 and $71,000 per year. That means lost revenue of between $200,000 and $284,000 just because they weren't in the workforce. And here's the interesting thing. Students think their starting salary is going to be $85,000. Yeah, right. What a joke, with no skills, right? And here's another thing most people don't consider. According to College Board, the average college student spends approximately $2,270 per month on living expenses. And that's food, rent, clothes, and all that stuff. So that's another $108,960 over a 4-year period. Now you're up to nearly about $250,000 to nearly $400,000 because they're going to a 4-year college. And guess what? These are the latest figures I could find, and doesn't account for the runaway inflation we're now suffering. All right, so back to the just people out there that don't even care about college or don't have any young people in their life. So let's talk about you. If you are going to a job, and we get sick when we say that dreaded word around here at Screw the Commute, J-O-B. So you're fighting high gas prices and food costs, rents are skyrocketing, mortgage rates are taking a jump. Do you think you can just go into your boss and ask for a raise? Well, sure, you can ask, but you got to consider what your business owner or company is facing. All their costs are going up just to buy raw materials, run their trucks and cars. They're going to be forced to raise their prices to the consumer just to break even. They know they can only raise the prices so high or people will quit buying altogether. Well, guess who is the low man or person on the totem pole? You, the worker, will be the last one they think about. So, if you're lucky, you still get your regular paycheck with no chance of a raise, but your living expenses keep going up, giving you less and less income to do the things you like and want to do. And keep in mind, I'm going to give you a solution to this in a few minutes, folks. And saving any money? Well, most Americans forgot about that a couple years ago. So you're working all week just to make ends meet, and in some cases, you're losing money for all your efforts, especially when you consider gas prices to get to work are double what they used to be. So, if you made it this far in this episode without crying and blowing your nose and